Hi everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Philinda Roy. I am a fashion lifestyle and lifestyle photographer. If this is the first time you've tuned in to one of my videos, thanks for watching. Also, if you want to see more, please make sure you hit the subscribe button below and also hit the bell button so you can get notifications every time I post a new video. Today's video is going to be about location scouting for photo shoots. I'm going to show you 7 locations that most people have in their town or in their area to do photo shoots at. It doesn't matter if you're doing an editorial photo shoot, portraiture, portfolio building, or just having a fun test shoot. So stay tuned and I'll give you those locations. Before we get started, I wanted to give you a few expectations. What I'll do is name each location, then I will describe a few places that you can shoot at each location, and then at the very end I will show you examples of photos that I have shot at these locations. Number 1 is the beach. If you live in a coastal area, beaches are easy to access. The best time to shoot at beaches are during the week. On the weekends, you'll have to deal with more people and more crowds. You can shoot on the shoreline. You can shoot in the water. A lot of beaches will have trails or areas with vegetation. If you go out scouting a few days before, you can go back and go down those trails and find areas where you can shoot there, or just use the vegetation as a backdrop. Here are 2 photos. One of those is the woman standing on the shore, and another one is the woman laying in the water. Number 2 are colorful walls. If you drive around or scout around in your area, you can find lots of those. You can either find solid colored walls or multicolored or murals. Just be mindful, if it is a multicolored wall, that it does not detract from your model or the clothing that your model is wearing. Here are a couple of photos that I've done. The guy standing against this blue wall, it's actually a striped wall. And then the next photo is of the same model in front of a mosaic tile wall. If you notice, the wall makes him pop more. Number 3 is a plaza. If you notice at this plaza, you've got levels to it. You can use the planner, the steps. The steps are great if you have groups. Then you also have a grassy area here, and then most plaza have some type of shade. As you can see, the awning there. Here's a little girl running on a upper level of a plaza with balloons. And then I show her again, but I blurred the background out and it complements her very well. Our next location is either a field or a vacant lot. I like this lot here. There's a lot of grass and greenery and also trees to give you a little bit of diffused light. I prefer to have fields that are a little bit more overgrown, but sometimes you're not able to get that. I think with the grass being overgrown, it adds texture to the photos. As you can see here, I've got 2 shots of the same girl, and it does add texture and depth to the photos. For number 5, I chose roads. Whether you live in a city or are not, roads are fairly easy to find. You just have to make sure you find a road that does not have a lot of traffic. It's just easier so you don't have to move a lot, and it's much safer. Here are a couple of photos that I did for a barbecue restaurant. We showed the guys driving up to the restaurant, and then I sat in the back and we drove down the road slowly to show them driving up to the restaurant. Location number 6 is downtown or a city center. Show you a few locations. Like number one is a building. You can use the columns, you can use the lamp post, or just standing underneath the arches. That will make a good backdrop. You can also find water fountains. You can use the edge of a water fountain or just have the model walk around or walk to you when you're shooting at a water fountain. Another one is an alley. This happens to be a well-manicured alley. Nice walls, nice planters you can use. If you're looking for grungy, find that location. This particular alley also leads to a courtyard area. You can see the red umbrellas. You've got treed areas. Use the red bricks. Have your models sit on the bricks. Use the lamppost and the benches. Another location are steps. Again, those are good for shooting groups. You can also use the railing and the columns. This particular building is an art museum, and it also has an area called a porte-cochere, which is shaded here, which is good for hot days. But you also need to keep in mind the lighting, the time of day you're there, so you can make sure you have the same type of light if you don't want to have to use a lot of different light modifiers. Here's a little bit of behind the scenes footage of me doing a photo shoot in a small downtown area, and I chose to use the sidewalks. Here are two images from that shoot, and the girl is just on the sidewalk. For our seventh and final location, I chose parks. I like to shoot at parks just because there are a variety of locations within one location to do photo shoots. There's usually grassy areas, there's shaded areas with trees, there's playscapes, sitting areas. It just depends on what you want to do with your photo shoot that day. So that is why I chose number 7. Kind of like the best for last, but it's up to you. The last 2 photos are of a little girl. It was for her modeling portfolio. We were at a park that actually had a water pad, so I just had her run around the park a little bit and had her run through the water pad, and there you go, these 2 shots. I hope you thought my video was informative and it gave you some great ideas to be able to find some easy locations to do photo shoots in your town or in your city. If you have any comments or questions, make sure you put that in the comment section below. And if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, make sure you hit the bell button right next to the subscribe button. So thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Bye.